Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Put your right hand over your heart. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. 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 We always could spot a friend.
Well, good morning, Cerritos High School. It is Mr. Walker here, coming to you from the Walker home, here with my trusty dog, Rudy. And you probably noticed I look a little bit different. I kept my word. Didn't cut my hair for an entire year until we got students back on campus, which will happen tomorrow. And so I headed off to the barbershop. Now we got to get Rudy to get his hair cut. Nonetheless, we're excited about having students back on campus. And the first group I wanted to shout out to today was our Link crew, because they put on a great first ever springtime outdoor student orientation for our incoming freshmen from the class of 2024. They did a great job with that. Gave all of these new freshmen a tour of the campus safely and briefly. But as you can see from the photo, those freshmen also got the opportunity to walk through the famous Cerritos Way gates. We were able to maintain that tradition this year. So really excited to have those freshmen back on campus tomorrow, and the rest of you who will be part of our hybrid program on campus. It's been a long time coming. But we have had athletes on campus for quite some time, and a whole load of athletic contests I got to tell you about in the last couple of weeks. First off, softball stayed undefeated against Norwalk. They beat them 10-0 behind the strong arm of Joanna Gibbs. 10-0 in what they call a mercy shortened game. Quite an effort by our girls softball team under the direction of Coach Denhart in his first year. Just across the way on the soccer field, we had another shutout going on against Artesia. Our girls soccer team beat them 5-0. Wanted to shout out the goalies that earned that shutout, Danielle Marcato and Melissa Ceballos. So congratulations to girls soccer, who remain undefeated. On Wednesday afternoon, I was able to head on out to Rant Stadium and watch our Froshsoft football game play their second game against Gar. We haven't played Gar in a while, so it was kind of fun to see that game. And I'll say that Froshsoft fell down 16-0 at halftime, but came roaring back in the second half. The defense really shored things up, didn't allow Gar to score. And behind Dylan Burton, Diego Martinez, and Hezekiah Robinson, the Dons roared on back to tie things up 16-16 in the fourth quarter. And then with just 4 seconds left, with the ball at about midfield, just missed scoring a touchdown to win it all. just that close, But still real proud of that Froshsoft team and the effort they made in coming back. On the 1st of April, we had boys soccer still looking for their first victory against Whitney. They fell short 3-1. And that one goal, I am told, was what they call an own goal. In other words, Whitney scored it on themselves, kind of. So no one really to shout out there, except for the effort that our guys give. They're always playing their hearts out at all times. We know that they're going to be able to turn things around and get some victories before this COVID-shortened season is over. Also on the 1st, over on the softball field, the Dons' undefeated girls team had a tough battle against Cajon High School. It was 0-0 going into the bottom of the 7th. That's the last inning that you've got in softball. And this is the way it went. It was with one out. Pena gets a walk, And then Nielsen gets on with an error. So we had runners at first and second, one out. A little Miss Laura stepped at the plate, and she dropped one down to left field, was able to clear the bases with a walk-off home run. So our Dons won 3-0 in one of the more exciting games that I've been able to see in this very COVID-shortened season that we've been having so far. So congratulations to girls softball. Now, on that evening, boys football played Artesia at Rant Stadium. Artesia jumped out to a 6-0 lead, but that didn't last for long, because the Dons battled back right away with TDs from Mateo Martinez and David Sagan and a Jonathan Martinez field goal. We don't get to see too many of those, so I'm really proud of Jonathan's leg out there this year. And then in the second half, it was Daniel Ramos and David Sagan adding TDs to give the Dons a 30-6 victory. The first victory over Artesia for me in my 7 years, and actually the first victory against Artesia in 10 years for our football program. Next, I'm going to move on, kind of go a little bit out of order for a reason that I'll tell you about, but basketball played on Friday the 9th, and it was against Los Alamitos. Now, I remember going to the game against Los Alamitos last year at Los Al, and we beat them with a last-second shot by Alex Archer. So the Griffins came in with revenge on their minds, and the Dons played real well for the first 3 quarters. In fact, going into the fourth quarter, we had a 10-point lead, but kind of got tired. We haven't had all the conditioning that we normally have. And the Griffins came firing on back and ended up beating us 56-51, but it was still a real exciting contest. Alex Archer led all scorers with 21 points, and then right behind him was Ryan Scammerhorn, who had 13. Now, as I said, I was going to go out of order because the night before at Rant Stadium, ladies and gentlemen, we are the champions, my friends, if I can steal from Freddie Mercury and Queen. I never thought I'd be able to say that Cerritos High School has a league championship. For the first time in 20 years it's happened. They were able to defeat Pioneer High School to go undefeated in the 605 league. Now, I have to say, last year, nose tackle Kafir, one of my favorite players, he promised me a league title, and I didn't know if I quite believed him. I'm always hoping that we could do that, but it happened. In this particular game, we had great efforts. The defense has been solid all year long, and I think we've outscored opponents now 126-12, if my math is right. But on the defensive end, on the edges there, Will Reed and Jace Ramirez are just create havoc on every quarterback that they go against. On the offensive end, we had touchdowns from Eric Louis III. Daniel Ramos also added a couple of TDs. And then we had Joseph Quibrantar, who came in as the backup QB after David Sagan was hurt, and he added a couple of touchdowns as well. Also, I had a TD catch from Mateo Martinez. So overall, you can see the guys with their championship photo here by the scoreboard. Final score is 35-6 to the Dons. Super, super proud of this team. Like I said, I didn't think I'd ever be able to see a football league championship here at Cerritos. But I'll tell you what, Coach Carter has turned things around real quickly for the football program. Now, before I say do too much celebrating, they do have one more game scheduled against a non-league opponent next Friday against Sierra Vista. With safety protocols, students can't be in attendance at all, but we know that they'll finish out the season strong. And for you, Dons, let's start this week strong. Because as you all know, it is the dawn of a new dawn week. Let's make it a great one.